Mike was Idolator.
Idolator. Wait, I remember when it first started. I
Do
love it.
you?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's been around, less than 10 years, but it's always been so specific about music and kind of the niche subjects about music
oh,
industry. I love it. So,
that's so sweet.
yeah, and
Well,
you
I
get
love
some
your
different
album. I'm
themes.
obsessed with Smile. I can't stop listening to it.
Thank you so much. Here she is. Here she blows.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Um, I love everything about it. I love the styling. I love the music. But one thing that I think people aren't talking about enough is how groundbreaking it is to do a pregnancy album. It's something that pop stars used to like kind of shy away from. And can you maybe just talk about embracing that and putting it front and center?
Yeah, I mean, look, when most of the heavy lifting, songwriting wise and recording and kind of like visual dreaming was pre-pregnancy.
Yeah.
And I had meant to put this out a long time ago, but of course 2020 is the year of pivots and
Yes.
hot stepping, just go with the flow or don't go at all. So I wouldn't say it's like a pregnancy record, but
Mhm.
the timing is definitely one that is aligning with, okay, I am delivering a child and delivering an album. I think it's a win-win. I get the child, the fans get the album.
It is a win-win.
Yeah.
Um, Listening to the themes on the album, like I hear a lot of songs about perseverance and resilience. Um, it feels perfect for 2020. Is that another coincidence or was that intentional?
No, I mean, I guess it was coincidental because, I wrote most of these songs in 2017, 2018, 2019. I wrote Smile, more than 18 months ago.
Wow.
So, I guess my own journey has been one of kind of resilience. And I don't know if that's my star sign being a Scorpio and having to, you know, be that phoenix from the ashes continually and learn in that way.
Yeah.
Uh, that's like my archetype a bit, but I think that it's interesting how there are some songs that parallel this time,
Mhm.
and it really is just a record about me going through my own hell and making it out somewhat alive with
Yeah.
with a bit of a smile back. And if anyone else is going through their own hell, and if this can be helpful in any way, then great. I mean, it's funny, I have a song on there that I wrote called It's Not the End of the World, and it
Love that
feels like
song.
the end of the world. It feels like ways it is, and for some people it kind of is and has been. It's been, there's so many, like, some people don't like to say, oh, we're not all in this together. I like to say we are, but we're all dealing with different versions.
Absolutely.
It's so many different variables. Some people are having extreme versions of this, and some people are just like bored and annoying. Uh,
Absolutely.
but it's been a year.
Absolutely. It's funny that you mentioned not the end of the world because I wanted to talk about that. First of all, I love the sample in that. That's really was a big surprise to me because I hadn't heard that song in the Bananarama like song in so long. And also it kind of reminded me a little bit sonically of Dark Horse with some of the production. I was just wondering, what inspired it and what your influences were.
You mean the part where it says the pre-chorus where
Yeah.
uh I don't know if is that Bananarama?
I
I
don't
don't
know the Nana say goodbye.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I have to check. My mind is not really like remembering anything these days. Yes, we used that because I think it was very of the song. It's like
Mhm.
uh, na 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 hey.
Mhm.
Um, but I think that it has a interesting beat to it. I'm such an experimental person when it comes to sonic landscapes that, like, I'll do a song like It's Not the End of the World, and then I'll also do a song like What Makes a Woman. I don't feel like I have to like be in any box, especially when I'm making a pop record, which pop just means popular music, as we all know.
Yeah,
It's one thing if I make an acoustic record or what have you, it's going to have more of a certain theme. But this one, I just like to play. I like to experiment. I'm mostly a lyricist and a melody person. So I always have tons of those types of things in my back pocket, and I'm just looking for soundscapes to match them
Yeah.
to. And yeah, that's just how some of those songs are born.
I mean, another song that I can't stop playing is "Cry About It Later," which is such a banger.
Thank
Uh, and again, it's just kind of about like just kind of dancing through the pain or dancing away the tears. Uh, what inspired that? You worked with some great people, Nuni Bao, Sasha Sloan.
Yeah. You know, I guess the people that inspire, I mean, what inspired that is just this Cry About It Later is kind of, I think it's a sleeper in the way, in a way, on the record. I've actually had that song for 2.5 years, right? And decided it was perfect for this record. It's really an unabashed kind of party song in
Yeah,
some way. It's a little bit like you got to get under someone to get over someone. It's like, and if you look at the track listing, right? And I did it in a kind of a way where it tells a little bit of a, it's not identical to my story, but it's the story. It's like starts with never really over. And then you go to Cry About It Later. It's like, you know, it's letting go of old love and then going, I'm going to the club, you know? And then it continues on this emotional journey of like rebirth and then ending with this strength of what makes a woman, you know? So there's actually a little bit of a storyline in the track listing, of course. But Cry About It Later, I long for the day I can just have a dirty martini and just shake my head and be out with my friends.
hopefully it's coming soon. I also, on the other end of the spectrum, there's a song like "Only Love," which almost has a little bit of like a trace of like your gospel roots to it. It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little bit of kind of I feel like a spiritual song. I really enjoy that one too.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely have taken the good parts of my upbringing and feel a close connection with something bigger than me and always have, you know. And I think that like love, when people say love is the answer, it feels like some silly Pinterest board thing you put in your kitchen, like live, laugh, love. But the truth is like, it's really about that. It's like at the end of the day, we're all wanting a little bit more love in our life, whether that's from our friends or our partner or our family or our brothers and sisters, that connection, that special connection. And it was weird finishing that song because it was during the first week of lockdown where everybody was like scrubbing their lemons,
Mhm.
and I was doing the finishing vocal touches on it in my bedroom with my brother-in-law. And it was a song about what happens if life hands you a curveball, like what's going to be important to you, what could you have, what could you have done with the time that you wasted. And so it was like, wow, this is happening all right now, this is weird. So it's true, it is about love.
It's such a great song. I guess I probably want to talk about the cover, which I'm obsessed with. What inspired the clown era? Because I feel like we all are clowns in 2020 in a way. Um,
We
and
are.
and also like you used fan art for an alternate cover, which is one of the coolest things I've seen.
Thanks. Well, it was one of the coolest things I saw. So I was like, let's contact that person and say, wow, let's collaborate in a way. The fans are obviously when you give them a visual theme like this, it's a meal. And so they want to participate. And especially now when we can't do everything in person, it's like, how can you participate? Well, you can do your art, you can do your own creative graphics, you can do your makeup or whatever. And it's been amazing. I personally have, you know, like pressed the little flag button on Instagram to save it and go, that's going to be inspiration for something in the future. You know, like this makeup look, I'm going to try on my own, right? So it's amazing. But the clown theme is really like, it's kind of a tale as old as time. Like I feel like I've always used humor sometimes to deflect, sometimes to just inject like joy.
Yeah.
I mean, like who else, you know, I'm very like okay with being self-deprecating and, you know, just being kind of camp and a bit kooky and leaning into that side. I'd rather always look at life with a little bit of a laugh than take it seriously because it is hard. But this clown theme, you know, with the record, with the cover, right? You can see that it's a bit melancholy. I'm not really smiling, but it says smile. But it's a commentary on maybe I lost my smile. Maybe I lost my sense of playfulness. Maybe I got too serious. And I had to go on a journey to get it all back. But I'm not like living in this like, you know, ignorant happyville that's like, I'll never have to deal with that again. I mean, it ebbs and it flows. Some days, great. Some days, not great.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I absolutely adore the album, and it's been such a pleasure talking to you.
You too.
And justice for Witness. I don't know if you can see it, but I have my Witness cover up.
Ah! I love it. You're amazing. Thank you. I
Okay.
appreciate you being aware of all of it. You get it. I love it. You're a true music fan.
You take care. Good luck with everything.
Thanks.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.